From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, at least 90 Palestinians have been reported killed in an Israeli strike in southern Gaza, targeting Hamas's military chief. Mohammed Daif is the alleged mastermind of the October attacks that killed 1,200 people in Israel and triggered the war. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says it's not clear if the Hamas leader has been killed, but he vowed to get every leader of the militant group at any cost. The Prime Minister's wrapped up his week-long diplomatic tour of the US, saying he's achieved what he set out to do. Political editor Jason Walls travelled with Chris Luxon.
Luxon described himself as an American political junkie and a major extrovert, and both proved true this week. The PM bounced from senator to senator at Capitol Hill and from Prime Minister to President at NATO. In doing so, he was able to deepen New Zealand's ties with key partners, even if he only had a brief time to do so. He now heads to Hawaii for a few days of respite before Parliament resumes next week.
Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump will hold a campaign rally near Pittsburgh in the critical battleground state of Pennsylvania as suspense builds over who he'll choose as his running mate for the November election. Trump says he will announce his vice presidential pick shortly, before or during the party's national convention, which kicks off on Monday in the US. There's a belief the government's barking up the wrong tree with funding roadside drug testing. The program will be announced in the next few months, with a proposed target for police to test 50,000 people a year. Drug checking group Know Your Stuff claims data in the UK and Australia suggests there's around a 20% failure rate with the current testing equipment. General Manager Casey Spearin says the current tests used are insufficient and expensive. And that's news. I'm Donna Marie Lever. To sport, 2 wins in tight circumstances for the All Blacks in consecutive weeks to start coach Scott Robertson's All Black tenure. The 24-17 win over England at Eden Park came with the side needing to turn around a 4-point deficit and the game swinging the tourists' way. Robertson says the injection of Beauden Barrett saw them turn the tide.
Second half, you won every line out and won a couple of kick battles, and one of the brothers comes on and plays a hell of a match, and the test turns. I think it was a real test footy match, so proud.
And England coach Steve Borthwick says he kept getting stopped this week and told by Kiwi fans that they'd figured the English out.
That it was a privilege for us to play at Eden Park, and we'd be lucky if we got away with less than 50 points conceded to get it home and lift it down. And when the team ends up being, just kept coming at New Zealand today, just kept fighting.
And Czech Barbora Krejcikova has upset 7th seed Jasmine Paolini in 3 sets to win the ladies' singles crown at Wimbledon. And that's sport.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.